Hey YouTube, it's ShryphonX here. Today, we're going to be talking about the frozen giants of Punk Hazard. Like and subscribe for more content, the frozen giants of Punk Hazard Explained. One Piece Chapter 1154 Additional Spoilers. We now have an answer to where the frozen giants of Punk Hazard originated and possibly how Joy Boy was defeated. In the early spoilers for Chapter 1154, Unable to Die, we learned that Roxy Zebek was Blackbeard's father. However, another significant connection was confirmed in these spoilers. We also learned about a company of giants and ancient giants called Galila. However, the new spoilers clarify that it is more pronounced as Karela, yet there is still a connection between Water 7's Galila and this company. This also suggests that the ancient giants are not extinct. They do exist through the royal family and nobility of Elbaf, such as King Harold. It is reported that they left a letter in Elbaf stating that the entire guild had been captured. Gerald is incredulous that anyone could seize 100 giants, including ancient giants, who are 4 times larger than the largest normal giant and possess the highest physical strength of any living being. One rumor claims that the entire war band was literally frozen in ice. This brings to mind the frozen giants on Punk Hazard. This is significant because 56 years ago, a Hi Nomi user was sent to freeze 100 giants. Considering that Mother Carmel was used by the world government to acquire giant children from the underworld to join Marines or Cipher Pole, it is possible that this is another attempt by Emu to seize Elbaf's formidable army. Yet there is another deeper reason, and it is that this is the start of Emu's hunt for Pluton. As we learned in the Egghead arc, Emu and the world government have Uranus. One of the 3 ancient weapons Shirahoshi is Poseidon, still free on Fishman Island. But the first ever mentioned ancient weapon, Pluton, whose story began in the Arabasta arc over 900 chapters ago, was nowhere to be found. We would learn of Pluton's blueprints being passed to Galila around the time of GOLD. Roger at most, since around this time, Tom would have had the blueprints. However, there was inaction in the hunt for ancient weapons due to the policy of the 5 elders, perhaps as a way to hide their freezing of the giants. The hunt would restart 12 years ago, thanks to Spandam, who would frame Tom using Frankie's battleships in order to get the plans, but they were kept safe by Tom's apprentice and Galila founder, Icebug. Considering that One Piece does not have cryotechnology even at the modern level and Vegapunk would still be a child at this time, it is possible that Kuzan's predecessor, as the Hi Nomi user, will be relevant to the story. These giants and ancient giants are the source of Punk Hazard gigantfication experiments that took place as late as 20 years ago, the same period of time the numbers were created. This would make the Hi Nomi one of the most broken fruits in One Piece, especially if we connect it to one more event. More on that later. Also keep in mind that 34 years ago, Kaido was in prison on Punk Hazard, so he might have also seen the frozen giants, the 3rd research institute that a then 31-year-old Vegapunk studied Kaido, and also held a Lunarian named Iber, aka King of the Beast Pirates. A lot of this seems to add up. Ancient giants, Kaido and his devil fruit, and a Lunarian numbers, Momonosuke's failed fruit, and the template for the Seraphim. But there is one other deeper connection to consider, and it is of the frozen room in Mary Geos at the end of Chapter 906, the Holy Land Mary Geos, where Emu would enter the room holding a massive straw hat. A straw hat just like the one worn by Joy Boy, Roger, Shanks, and now Luffy. This frozen room could possibly be 800 years old, close to the time of the Void Century. This seems to indicate that Emu had control over the Hi Nomi circulation and had used its various users to contain the ancient giants at different points, including possibly Joy Boy himself, or someone bearing a hat like his. Perhaps even defeating Joy Boy with the help of the Hi Nomi's ice powers. Could Joy Boy's body actually still be in Mary Geos? Or is there some other giant or giants frozen there? Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more content. ShryphonX out.